Guys, I might have been indoctrinated. How did I come to this conclusion? Well, thank you to Dark Brotherhood 5363 who asked me this question. What is your opinion and hope for the next Mass Effect 4 game? Most importantly, do you think Shepard should return? And guys, I went down to the rabbit hole analyzing my choice. Initially, I thought it was a great idea. I mean, who wouldn't want to see everyone coexist peacefully and flourish? But then I saw the commons. Yes, the commons. The place where everything changed. My synthesis choice is flawed. You guys did raise a valid point about the synthesis ending being forced upon the galaxy. What's more important is when Arson B. Voyasky 1261 told me about the fourth ending where the child said,
"So be it."
It became the sound of the Harbinger. Did I overlook the potential consequence of this seemingly idyllic ending? As I dived deeper, a new theory took shape in my mind. What if the child was, in fact, a manifestation of the Harbinger, taking form of the little boy from Shepard's painful memory? And what if the true intention was to have the Harbinger assume control of all life through its biotech network of synthesis? Now, here is where things get interesting. In Mass Effect 4 trailer, we see Liara without the green glow, suggesting that synthesis might not be the ultimate solution I thought it was. Could it be a hint that the consequences of our choice are far from over? Now, let's dive into the concerns surrounding the destroy ending and its implications. One particular issue that arises is the complete eradication of all knowledge from the past cycle. How can the future cycle learn from their mistake of their predecessors if all traces of history are wiped out? It arises a valid point that this could potentially lead to a repetitive cycle with similar event with different people. Is there a way to break this pattern and ensure the future cycle can avoid the pitfall of the past? One possibility akin of the fourth ending we discussed earlier could involve Liara leaving behind a hologram and inviolable sources that explain everything: the past struggles, the sacrifice, and the hard-earned lessons. By preserving this knowledge and making it accessible to the future generation, there is a chance to disrupt the repetitive nature of the cycle. However, it's important to note this perspective may be subjective, as the intricacies of the Mass Effect universe are open to interpretation. Perhaps in the grand scheme of things, this cynical nature is an inevitable part of galaxy history. Or maybe I'm just simply overthinking. Now let's explore the possibility of Shepard's return. It's undoubtedly a nostalgic idea, but the question remains, how could it be possible? In the destroy ending, we see Shepard take a breath, leaving room for speculation. One potential revenue could involve Liara working closely with Miranda to initiate another Lazarus project, a daring attempt to bring Shepard back to life. But here is where things get complicated. In Mass Effect 4 trailer, we catch a glimpse of Liara with wrinkles, indicating that considerable time has passed since the event of the trilogy. As a human, Shepard could not have naturally lived long enough to see this timeline, so we are left wondering, how could Shepard have aged alongside Liara? Another possibility lays within the Citadel DLC. Remember, Cerberus might have stored some sample of Shepard's DNA. What if Liara decided to embark an audacious plan to clone Shepard using these preserved genetic material? However, the challenge within this approach is that the new Shepard would lack the memory and bonds with their original crewmate, unless there could be a way to retrieve the memory shard that Javik entrusted to Shepard. If such a fragment still exists and holds Shepard's memory, it could be integrated into clone Shepard's consciousness, allowing them to regain the past experiences and relationships. Ultimately, it's a wild idea, but if BioWare can construct a compelling story around it, perhaps Return of Shepard could be justified. It is important to acknowledge that the story of Shepard is already written, a saga that has made her a true legend. Bringing her back arised questions about the impact of their legacy and how players might perceive it. Now let's turn our attention to the primary antagonists in Mass Effect 4. As someone who haven't played Andromeda, it's challenging to pinpoint who they might be. However, I can draw inspiration from the rich lore of Mass Effect universe to speculate on potential adversaries. One intriguing possibility is to revisit the Reaper's ultimate goal, as hinted by the Leviathan. While while the execution of their plan in the trilogy was flawed, the Leviathan considered themselves the superior race, might seek assert a control over the galaxy once more. This time, they could take the matters on their own hands and unleash the powerful within renewed determination. Moving on to my hopes for Mass Effect 4. At the forefront is the continuation of the series' hallmark amazing storytelling. I yearn for the captivating narrative that keep me on the edge of my seat, with meaningful choices that have a tangible impact on the outcome of the crucial events. The opportunity to reconnect with the beloved characters would be a dream come true. Given the long lifespan of certain species, it is conceivable that we could cross paths with familiar faces once again. Imagine reuniting with Rex or Grunt, exploring their post-war journey, and have them join our squad in a new, exciting mission. However, the heart and soul of Mass Effect lays in the well-written characters. The ability to form deep emotional bond with these virtual companions is what makes this series truly great. I hope the Mass Effect 4 continue this tradition by introducing compelling new characters who resonate with us on a profound level. Once again, thank you Dark Brotherhood 5363 for the question. I know I went over a little bit and I hope I answered your question. Now, to all who is listening, what are your own conclusions? Let me know down in the comments below. Until next time, this is Yucky signing off.